So tell me, going to season 4, you guys have had a great role.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's quite a miracle that any production ever gets off the ground. So it's amazing that we are still here 4 years later. Can't even believe it. So happy.
That's cool. And I mean, it seems like you guys have always had a great group and a great, guest stars and everything else going on. What can you tell us about what's coming up for season 4 in terms of elements that might be coming?
Season 4, we have a couple of new players who came in and fit right into the mix because, as you know, we're all very, very good friends here, and we've just got some great new additions, and they've got storylines and secrets, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. So that's new, and then everybody's kind of having to adapt and change in different ways this season. So.
Right.
New challenges.
Well, what's it like in terms of, acting and in terms of even just story? What's it like working with new people?
It's pretty cool. It's a very it's a huge cast. So I think for the writers, it's been a challenge to bring in and establish yet 2 more people, but they're doing it really, really well, and it's rolling out quite nicely. So for the audience, I think it's going to be fun to just there's new lives to get involved in and new stories, and for us, different dynamics in new relationships to play off of.
That's cool. And I mean, I've interviewed folks from the show for a while, and it just seems like you guys have an interesting dynamic going on too. Does that play off screen as well as on? Or?
Yeah, I think that the fun and the camaraderie that we have off screen definitely bleeds onto screen, which makes the ease of our relationships very apparent because we genuinely like each other. You hear that often, but it really is true. It really is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, what about playing your character? I mean, what are you finding new this season?
This season, well, last year my character went through quite a lot of changes, a little bit of upheaval, and so this year, as it stands right now, we're still in the middle of the season, but she is burying herself in work and kind of concentrating on being in this new position as a detective, more so than last year. Last year she was proving herself and lots of screwing up going on, but this year she seems to have understood a little bit more of what's required of her as a detective, and is just trying to not fall prey to emotion, and just do the work, which is never easy.
Of course. What's your favorite part of playing her?
I think the fact that there's all different aspects to her life. Traci's always being pulled in many different directions. She's a best friend, she's a cop, she's a detective, she's a rookie, all these different levels. And there was the love stuff last year, which has totally changed her in a way. Having lost Jerry Barber, she's a much more I would say, I don't know. Right now, she's still trying to piece together what she's doing and how she's doing it in this world, her place in this world, and yet getting on with it. It's what happens when you lose someone.
Of course.
So.
And I mean, last season was a bit darker. What's this season looking like? Do you get a mood yet?
Yeah, we have. I like the tone of our show, and that there always is the levity. There's always the fun, but never. It never takes over the fact that we are police officers and we have a serious job to do. So it's kind of always been a nice balance, and this year finding that balance again. Traci's finding that balance for sure.
And in terms of you, have you learned what it's like being a detective? What have you had to do to find out about this?
Being a detective, I actually haven't done that much different. There hasn't really been that much new information for me, except I've just enjoyed the fact that as an actress I don't have to wear my uniform anymore.
Yes, and we just had that conversation too. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Does it feel weird?
It feels great. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, it means a lot more. You put that uniform on and you have a certain structure. You have the way that you walk, the way that you are. But there's a different kind of authority that comes with being a detective, and Yeah, I don't know.
What's it like playing that authority? I mean, I don't think a lot of people would really know what that's like.
Well, I mean, the nice thing is that it's all designed for you within the script.
Of
so
course.
I just have to walk right in.
But
and
posture, do you find you have to play that up a certain amount?
Yeah, I mean, oddly enough, without that big belt on
Right.
and my uniform, it's a different kind. You know, it's a lot of interrogation room scenes, so that's different, but it's fun.
That's cool. Well, thank you very much.